The story of this anime from China began with our main character, Yuan Ding, a 16-year-old otaku. One day he was at Comic-Con. Yuan Ding was very excited to buy a lot of comics, but he suddenly transmigrated to another world. Because he was an otaku, he imagined that he would later get overpowered and have many harems. He then met an old man who worked as a gardener at Shuyu Academy. The old man then guided Yuan Ding to Shuyu Academy so he could enroll in the academy. After entering, Yuan Ding saw a boulder that could judge one's strength. Yuan Ding placed his hand on the giant boulder, and suddenly a dazzling white light shot out. Yuan Ding was later declared a failure by the officers there, because white light meant he didn't have any magic. But one of the officers said that if a little bit of green light came out, Yuan Ding could cast a bit of plant magic. Yuan Ding was then laughed at by the students there, and finally he left that place. Then when he was outside, the old man invited Yuan Ding to become a gardener at the academy instead. Yuan Ding accepted his offer because he had no place to return to. A week had passed since he became a gardener, and Yuan Ding was bored. Then he heard a strange sound from the bushes. It turned out that it was the voice of a girl making out with two boys. The girl's name was Shesha. Shesha then noticed Yuan Ding's presence. The two boys immediately chased after Yuan Ding. One of them used earth magic and knocked Yuan Ding down. Shesha then threatened Yuan Ding and said she would kill him. Evening came, and Yuan Ding was sitting alone with the old man. He asked him if there was a way for him to become stronger. The old man said if there was one way he could become stronger, even for someone who couldn't use magic at all. This method was by making a contract with a high-level spirit, commonly called a demon spirit. The old man told Yuan Ding that when he was young, he once traveled to look for demon spirit seeds. He managed to find a seed, but he failed to grow the seed even though he had tried for years. The old man then gave his demon spirit seed to Yuan Ding and said that perhaps Yuan Ding could grow it. Yuan Ding then carried out various methods to cultivate that demon spirit seed, but he never succeeded. Yuan Ding then tried to drip his blood on the seed, which glowed, but Yuan Ding didn't notice it. Then a noise came from the bushes. Just like before, the voices came from the bushes. It was Shesha and the two boys he had just seen. But something was different. Shesha bit one of them, and then Shesha started to show her true self, a succubus. The two boys then attacked Shesha, but they were easily overpowered and eventually eaten. Yuan Ding took advantage of the moment to run away, but Shesha was able to catch up with him easily. Shesha then stabbed Yuan Ding in the chest and was about to eat him. But suddenly, from Yuan Ding's chest, a red lotus flower appeared, and a red demon spirit appeared. Seeing the dead Yuan Ding, the demon spirit used life magic to revive Yuan Ding. Unfortunately, her life energy was not enough. She then intended to use Shesha's life energy to revive Yuan Ding. She then attacked Shesha, and with one slash, she defeated Shesha. The demon spirit then revived Yuan Ding by inserting Shesha's body into Yuan Ding's body. Yuan Ding then woke up, and he thanked the demon spirit. But that demon spirit tried to kill Yuan Ding instead. She said she revived Yuan Ding because she wanted to kill Yuan Ding with her own hands. The demon spirit tried to slash Yuan Ding's arm, but she injured her arm instead. It turned out that it was caused by the demon spirit who had become Yuan Ding's slave. She intended to attack Yuan Ding again, but instead she was knocked back and groaned in pain. Soon a woman appeared who turned out to be the headmaster of Shuyu Academy named Wei Sai. Wei then gave Yuan Ding a book and ordered him to put his demon spirit into the book. After the demon spirit was sucked into the book, he saw her name Mofei. Wei then took Yuan Ding to her room. She then narrated the history of the demon spirit. She said the book was the key to controlling the demon spirits. She would give the book to Yuan Ding, but with two conditions. The first condition, Yuan Ding must find all the succubus at Shuyu Academy. The second condition was that Yuan Ding must become a student at Shuyu Academy. Wei wanted to make Yuan Ding her disciple because he was the only human who could control demon spirits. Yuan Ding refused because he didn't want anything to do with the succubus, especially since he had been stabbed to death by a succubus before. Wei then took out 3 demon spirit seeds, and Yuan Ding immediately accepted Wei's request. Yuan Ding then returned to his room and read the book. The book contained various information about demon spirits. Then a small demon spirit appeared who served as Yuan Ding's assistant, named Manuel. Manuel then inserted the demon spirit book into Yuan Ding's smartphone. A few days later, Yuan Ding officially became a student of Shuyu Academy. He then picked up a crystal stone that had fallen to the floor but shattered instead. That meant Yuan Ding already had immense magic. Yuan Ding also tried to seduce one of the female students there because he already had enchantment magic due to a succubus whose body had been successfully absorbed by Yuan Ding. Yuan Ding then took an exercise class, even though he now had great magic but his body was still weak. Then a male student challenged Yuan Ding to fight, and Yuan Ding accepted the challenge. Not long after came a beautiful princess named Enkai. Princess Enki came with her bodyguard, Luo Ri, an 8th rank warrior. Rumors spread that Luo Ri could single-handedly defeat a dragon. Princess Enki came because she wanted to watch Yuan Ding fight. Immediately after that, the battle began. Yuan Ding was attacked using wind magic, but the attack didn't work on him. Mo Fei asked Yuan Ding to summon her, but Yuan Ding refused because he wanted to win the battle with his own strength. Yuan Ding then casted a plant magic which succeeded in releasing giant plant roots which managed to paralyze his opponent. But after Yuan Ding successfully used the magic, he fainted. While unconscious, he dreamt of seeing Mo Fei's past. At that time, little Mo Fei was being attacked by some grown men who were going to sell her to black traders. Yuan Ding then came to save him. Yuan Ding then woke up, and he was in the school medical room. Manual said that Yuan Ding entered the demon spirit world earlier, which contained the demon spirit's past. Yuan Ding was curious about Mo Fei's past and immediately contacted Mo Fei. However, Mo Fei sulked because Yuan Ding did not want to call her earlier. Yuan Ding reasoned that he didn't want to trouble Mo Fei. Then came 2 women named Luoxi Sensei and Xiao Xiao. They were visiting the room next to Yuan Ding's room, where another male student was treated. Yuan Ding immediately realized that the 2 of them were succubus. Yuan Ding contacted Mo Fei, and Mo Fei also said that the 2 of them were succubus. She said that Yuan Ding got stronger because he ate the succubus the other day, which meant the demon spirit would also get stronger. Then a strange sound was heard from the next room, and soon the sound disappeared. The man's body next to him had become emaciated and withered because the succubus had absorbed his life energy. Then someone entered the room and asked the 2 succubus to step back. It turned out that person was Luo Ri. In the evening, Yuan Ding returned to his house and ate instant noodles. He heard the sound of people walking in front of his house. When he opened the door, he hit the person, and the person immediately fainted. That person turned out to be Princess Enki. Yuan Ding then laid Princess Enki on his bed, and he casually slept beside Princess Enki. When it was midnight, Princess Enki woke up and was startled. She directly beat and kicked Yuan Ding. Yuan Ding then made instant noodles and immediately gave them to Princess Enki. Princess Enki ate the noodles and seemed to like it. Suddenly, the 2 succubus in the hospital this afternoon attacked Yuan Ding and Princess Enki. Yuan Ding bound the 2 succubus with plant magic. Yuan Ding and Princess Enki immediately fled from there. Yuan Ding asked Princess Enki to hide, and Yuan Ding would fight the 2 succubus. Yuan Ding then summoned Mo Fei, who directly attacked them. Mo Fei was much stronger than the 2 of them. Soon help arrived, which was Luo Ri's army that was about to attack Yuan Ding and Mo Fei. Luo Ri immediately killed the 2 succubus for some reason. Manual said that Luo Ri was an 8th-ranked warrior, and Mo Fei would have a hard time defeating him. Luo Ri and Mo Fei immediately had a fierce battle, and sure enough, Mo Fei immediately pushed aside because Luo Ri was far superior to her. Manual said that if there was one way for Mo Fei to become stronger, that was by forming a bond with Mo Fei in the demon spirit world. Yuan Ding intended to go to the demon spirit world immediately, but unfortunately, his strength was not enough. Princess Enki came to him and explained to Yuan Ding that she also had many kinds of magic. Yuan Ding asked Princess Enki to close her eyes so she couldn't see Luo Ri. He also asked Princess Enki to give him her magic power. Princess Enki refused to look the other way, but Yuan Ding persuaded her that he would cook instant noodles every day for her. Finally, Princess Enki was willing to close her eyes and give her magic power to Yuan Ding. After his magic was filled, Yuan Ding finally went to the demon spirit world. He then met Mo Fei, who was doing her job as an assassin. Yuan Ding tried to touch Mo Fei, but couldn't because those were all images of Mo Fei's past. Mo Fei then met a man and asked whether the sword beside him was for sale. The man replied that the sword was not for sale. Yuan Ding was stunned to see that man who looked so much like him. The next day, the man was seen protecting a little girl from a thug. Mo Fei then arrived and saved the girl. Mo Fei thought of her past, where she had the same fate as the little girl. The man thanked Mo Fei and gave her the sword. Mo Fei said that the sword was not for sale. The man replied that the sword was not for sale but had voluntarily given it to Mo Fei. Mo Fei then left, saying if he was bullied by thugs again, he could call her because Mo Fei would protect him. Yuan Ding thought that this person was very dangerous. He felt the person was planning something, like making Mo Fei fall in love with him. Yuan Ding thought that everything Mo Fei went through, from when she was a child to becoming an assassin until now, that person knew it and planned everything. In the real world, Princess Enki was already running out of magic. Meanwhile, Lu Ri continued to dominate the fight. Lu Ri would then issue his ultimate move to kill Yuan Ding. Mo Fei tried to protect Yuan Ding and ended up with Lu Ri stabbing her in the chest with his sword, but Mo Fei was still alive. She tried to take out the red magic root and wrapped it around Lu Ri's body. The root was made of her own blood. When Mo Fei bound Lu Ri with her red root magic, Yuan Ding was still in the demon spirit world. Yuan Ding was surprised because the man could see him, even though he shouldn't be able to see Yuan Ding. The man said he could see Yuan Ding because they had the same soul. Yuan Ding asked the man's real intention, but he didn't answer and just left. The man then headed to Mo Fei's house. When he knocked on the door, the man was immediately dragged away by Mo Fei, who was about to kill him. Mo Fei thought it was her enemy who had come. The man then picked up the cake he had brought, which had been crushed. Feeling guilty, Mo Fei accepted the cake. The two of them then took a walk and saw the sights in the city. The man asked Mo Fei to stop being a killer and live a new and peaceful life with him. But Mo Fei just kept quiet. When she came home from work, Mo Fei was greeted warmly by the man who had cooked her a delicious meal. Mo Fei really liked the cooking. Mo Fei asked the man if he hated her being an assassin. The man replied that he hated killing but didn't hate Mo Fei. Mo Fei then returned to her boss's place to seek a new job. Her boss said that the man currently with Mo Fei would only burden her. But Mo Fei didn't care. Mo Fei managed to do a good job and got paid to buy 2 tickets to go to the beach with the man. The man said that he would wait for Mo Fei at the tower. When Mo Fei was at the tower, the man did not come. Mo Fei had waited 3 days and 3 nights, even in the worst weather. The man still never came. Mo Fei's boss then came to tell Mo Fei that many thugs had surrounded the tower she had been staying in. Mo Fei then descended to kill them all. The thug was holding a small child hostage. The little girl was the same girl the man had protected before. Mo Fei then killed all the thugs there and saved the little girl. Mo Fei hugged her tightly while crying, but suddenly she stabbed Mo Fei in the chest with a knife. The man came with flowers and smiled. It turned out it was all a vicious plan. Mo Fei couldn't believe that she had been tricked. She felt very disappointed with that man, even though she trusted him so much. The man was working with the thugs to kill Mo Fei. When the thugs had trouble killing Mo Fei, the man came to offer his help to kill Mo Fei. The man would try to make Mo Fei like him and frame her in the end. Then the fight broke out. Mo Fei tried to attack the man with the last of her strength, but it turned out that 3 demon spirits protected the man at once. The man then offered Mo Fei to become a demon spirit so that she could avenge herself on him. Mo Fei could live forever and have superpowers by becoming a demon spirit. Mo Fei was forced to accept the man's offer, and she vowed to kill the man someday. Mo Fei underwent a series of rituals to become a demon spirit. Red-colored roots shot out from the ground and wrapped around her body. Yuan Ding tried to attack the man but couldn't. The man explained that he was a different version of Yuan Ding. He was a representative of Yuan Ding, who wanted to be the main character of Isekai, who was overpowered and had many harems, because in reality, Yuan Ding did have many harems and possessed enormous strength. Yuan Ding tried to free Mo Fei from the root knot. He thought back to the first time he met Mo Fei. At that time, his body was stabbed by a succubus, then Mo Fei's seal was broken and she was freed. Yuan Ding tried to stab his own chest so that Mo Fei could be free from the red root entanglement. Yuan Ding climbed up the red root and threw himself directly on the sword, which pierced his body. Mo Fei was released from the entanglement of the roots and then turned into a demon spirit. Mo Fei then let go of the sword embedded in Yuan Ding's chest. Mo Fei was crying. She realized that the people who tricked her and Yuan Ding differed. Yuan Ding slowly woke up. Mo Fei felt grateful that Yuan Ding was still alive. Mo Fei and Yuan Ding prepared to return to the real world. In the real world, Yuan Ding finally came to his senses. Princess Enki was immediately exhausted from her magic being drained, and before long she fell asleep. Yuan Ding felt very confident because he had gained new strength. Yuan Ding and Mo Fei merged, and Yuan Ding's new appearance was very cool. Lu Ri did not flinch. He tried to attack Yuan Ding with his sword, but he was hit by Yuan Ding's punch very hard. His body crashed into the ground. They fought very fiercely, even breaking through the clouds. They exchanged blows, and Yuan Ding managed to win the fight. Yuan Ding's punch even had an explosive sound that could be heard all the way to Shuyu Academy. Yuan Ding returned to his original form because the merge time had expired. Yuan Ding said there were many beautiful things in this world, and he wanted to take Mo Fei to see all those things. Mo Fei was pleased to hear Yuan Ding's words. Then came Wei, who congratulated Yuan Ding for winning the battle. According to his promise, Wei gave Yuan Ding 2 demon spirit seeds. Wei said that she would clean up Lu Ri's matter and requested that no one else find out about this matter. The next morning in class, Yuan Ding was very sleepy because he had stayed up all night fighting Lu Ri. Then 2 new transfer students entered, who turned out to be Princess Qi and Mo Fei. The 2 of them then sat next to Yuan Ding, but Yuan Ding was busy sleeping and didn't notice them. When he woke up, he was surprised to see Princess Qi and Mo Fei. Princess Qi then said a few things that the class misunderstood. Male students then chased Yuan Ding because they were jealous of Yuan Ding, who could be friends with beautiful female students. Yuan Ding then went to the library to look for books related to plant seeds in order to be able to grow the demon spirit seeds that Wei gave him. The librarian gave Yuan Ding the books he needed. Yuan Ding then took the books home, but Manuel said those books had nothing to do with demon spirits. Yuan Ding felt disappointed. Manuel was trying to absorb the book's contents so she could figure out all the information in it. With the help of the manual, Yuan Ding attempted to cultivate his 2 demon spirit seeds. He then planted the 2 seeds in the lake and waited for them to grow. Elsewhere, Lu Ri reported his failure to his boss. He cried because he had failed to complete his mission. Lu Ri said that Yuan Ding and her demon spirit blocked him. His boss was interested in hearing Lu Ri's story. Then he ordered Lu Ri to bring the demon spirit to him, even if he had to kill Yuan Ding. After waiting for 7 days, the seed planted by Yuan Ding finally grew. Then a beautiful girl came out from the flower and went straight to attack Yuan Ding. Then a gigantic blue flower appeared from which a beautiful girl emerged from within its petals. They then greeted each other. It turned out that the 2 were brother and sister, Lian Shuang and Yu Ling. They then asked Yuan Ding if the 2 of them looked cute. Yuan Ding said that the 2 of them were really cute, but Mo Fei looked at him coldly because she was jealous. Yu Ling and Lian Shuang then vowed to serve Yuan Ding. Yuan Ding then put the 2 of them into his smartphone. Wei then summoned Yuan Ding to her room. Wei looked angry. She said Lu Ri's army was heading to Shuyu Academy to capture Princess Qi and Yuan Ding. Wei asked Yuan Ding to leave the academy so that the academy could survive. Yuan Ding, Princess Qi, and the 3 demon spirits then left the academy. But before they went any further, the librarian gave Yuan Ding a large blue crystal stone which was used as a place to store sacred scrolls for science. Yuan Ding and his entourage arrived at a lake, and a huge dragon confronted them. The dragon wanted to kill Yuan Ding and took his demon spirit. But the dragon was no match for Yuan Ding, who was much stronger now because he had many demon spirits. Yuan Ding then let the dragon escape. The dragon said that Yuan Ding would regret his actions one day. The dragon then gave Yuan Ding a whistle, in which case, if Yuan Ding were in trouble, the dragon would come to his aid. Yuan Ding and his party then headed to an inn on one of the islands in the lake. The maid at the inn said that the plants in the lake used to grow lush and beautiful, but they all withered and died suddenly. Hearing that, Lian Shuang acted strangely and felt that all of this had something to do with her past. Yuan Ding then approached Lian Shuang to ask how she was. Lian Shuang said when she was resurrected, she lost all her memories. When she remembered it, she felt very sad. Lian Shuang said that Yuan Ding was the culprit in her past. Of course, it wasn't Yuan Ding, but his twin's doing. Then came 3 thugs who were about to kill him. Yuan Ding blew his whistle, and the dragon came back. The dragon came, but unexpectedly, the dragon helped the 3 thugs. It turned out that the dragon had tricked Yuan Ding and was waiting for an opportunity to kill him. The thugs then had to fight Mo Fei, Lian Shuang, and Yu Ling, and Yuan Ding himself fought the dragon. Yuan Ding then dragged the dragon into the lake. There was a magic circle at the bottom of the lake, and Yuan Ding was dragged into it. Meanwhile, at the inn, Princess Qi was visited by Lu Ri. Lu Ri then drew his sword and intended to kill Princess Qi. It turned out that the magic circle under the lake was connected to Lian Shuang's demon spirit world. Yuan Ding's twin suddenly came and said the game was about to start. After that came a beautiful girl who approached Yuan Ding. The girl saw Yuan Ding, who was injured, and then treated him. After finishing, the girl then left Yuan Ding. Before leaving, Yuan Ding asked the girl's name, and the girl replied that her name was Lian Lu. Lian Lu was the older sister of Lian Shuang, who was now Yuan Ding's demon spirit. After Lian Lu left, Yuan Ding's twin explained the meaning of the game he said earlier. So Yuan Ding and his twin would try to compete to create a happy ending for Lian Shuang's life. If Yuan Ding succeeded, then Lian Shuang's future would change. First was the turn of Yuan Ding's twin. He took Yuan Ding's body, and the real Yuan Ding became a ghost. Only one could obtain a physical body in the demon spirit world. Yuan Ding's twin then found a baby dragon. He forced the baby dragon to become his underling and asked it to investigate Lian Lu. The baby dragon said that Lian Lu was a girl who had the job of collecting lotus flowers from the lake. She would then sell the flowers to raise money and buy medicine for his sick sister, Lian Shuang. Yuan Ding's twin then approached Lian Lu. Lian Lu said that she was going to a cave to get herbs. Yuan Ding's twin then volunteered to accompany Lian Lu. They then arrived at a cave. Lian Lu saw a medicinal plant and decided to take it. There lived a monster. When Lian Lu managed to take the medicinal herbs, the monster woke up. Yuan Ding's twin then helped Lian Lu to defeat the monster. The next day, Yuan Ding's twin met Lian Lu. He then asked how her sister was doing. Lian Lu said that although she got the herbs, her sister was still sick. Yuan Ding's twin said that if there was a way to cure her younger sister, that was by using a potion called the Elixir of Purity. Lian Lu then returned home and saw her sister, Lian Shuang, lying down. They looked very much alike, and it turned out they were twins. Lian Lu walked by the lake the next day, and Yuan Ding's twin followed closely behind. Yuan Ding's twin said he loved Lian Lu, but Lian Lu could only blush and say nothing. Yuan Ding's twin said that Lian Lu couldn't keep wasting her life on taking care of her sister. He said that Lian Lu also deserved to be happy. Lian Lu then returned home, and she had dinner with Lian Shuang. Lian Lu then made a medicinal herb for Lian Shuang, based on the recipe given by Yuan Ding's double. If the elixir was successful, then Lian Shuang could walk freely. But there was one risk, namely the side effects of the herb. The potion was poisonous, and no one had been able to remove the poison from the potion. Lian Shuang said that she would still drink the potion from Lian Lu. The next day, Lian Lu met Yuan Ding's twin. But it turned out that it was not Lian Lu, but Lian Shuang, who was disguised as her older sister. She could finally walk thanks to a potion from her sister, but the effect only lasted for 2 hours due to the rudimentary nature of the medicine. Then she saw Yuan Ding's twin sleeping, and Lian Shuang came over to him. It turned out that Yuan Ding's twin was not asleep. He then got up, held Lian Shuang's hand, and tried to seduce her. They boarded a boat and went to the middle of the lake to see lotus flowers. On the boat also sat Yuan Ding, who became a ghost because Lian Shuang couldn't see him. Yuan Ding's twin said that there used to be siblings who played in the lake. The older sister accidentally fell into the lake, and the younger sister tried to help her, but unfortunately, she fell into the lake instead. Moments later, they were rescued, but the younger sister suffered from constant cold until she finally developed an illness. It turned out to be Lian Shuang in Lian Lu's past. Lian Shuang used to save her sister, but she had to suffer from a strange disease instead. Lian Shuang then coughed blood. It turned out it was a side effect of yesterday's potion she drank. Lian Shuang then passed out. Yuan Ding's twin said that if he could cure her, Lian Shuang would lose all her memories once she recovered. Lian Lu then came over and asked if she was fine with it. Lian Lu then said curing Lian Shuang was a way to make up for her past mistakes. Lian Lu said through tears that if she were not there later, she would entrust Lian Shuang to Yuan Ding's twin. Lian Shuang was then at home. When her sister would feed her, she refused and cried. She wept over her fate of not being able to walk. The next day, Lian Shuang disguised herself as Lian Lu again and met Yuan Ding's double at the lake. Yuan Ding's twin said that if there was one way for Lian Shuang to recover, that was by donating her siblings' blood, but in enormous quantities. In other words, Lian Lu had to sacrifice herself to save Lian Shuang. Lian Shuang then returned home. Lian Lu pretended to be asleep when she was awake, and she already knew about Lian Shuang's meeting with Yuan Ding's twin. Lian Shuang asked Lian Lu if she had found any medicine to cure her. Lian Lu said that she hadn't found one yet, even though she already knew she would have to sacrifice her own life to cure her sister. Lian Shuang cried because she wanted to get well but had to sacrifice her sister's life. Meanwhile, in the real world, Princess Enki woke up and saw Lu Rai. Princess Enki hugged Lu Rai instead because she didn't realize Lu Rai was trying to kill her. Mo Fei and the others were also still fighting. Lu Rai then came and directly attacked Lian Shuang and Yu Ling. Princess Enki said Lu Rai was off target because she still thought Lu Rai was on her side. Lu Rai said he didn't miss the target because he intended to kill Mo Fei and the others. Back to the demon spirit world, where Lian Shuang was peeking at Lian Lu, who was with Yuan Ding's twin making out. Lian Lu said that she was tired of taking care of her sister. She had cared for her sister for many years, but her sister had not recovered. Lian Lu said that she had a life of her own and a future. Lian Lu didn't want to spend her entire life caring for her sister and wanted to feel free. Lian Shuang, who heard her sister's words, cried and began to hate her sister. Lian Shuang was then with Lian Lu at home. Lian Lu said that Yuan Ding's twin had confessed his love to her and she accepted it. Lian Shuang said that she felt grateful because her sister could be happy. However, Lian Shuang received a whisper from a demon telling her to kill her sister to recover from her illness. Plus, she heard her sister's words hurt her heart. Lian Shuang then took out a knife she had prepared under her pillow. She intended to stab her sister from behind, and while holding back tears, she finally abandoned her intention. Lian Lu then turned around and said for Lian Shuang to do it. Lian Lu then pointed to the knife held by Lian Shuang and stabbed it into her own chest. It turned out that this was all Lian Lu's plan. When she met Yuan Ding's twin, all her words were lies. In fact, she really loved Lian Shuang and was ready to give her life to heal Lian Shuang. She deliberately lied to make Lian Shuang hate herself, eventually killing her. Lian Lu then asked Lian Shuang to take her body to the lake so that Yuan Ding's twin could later perform a ritual to heal Lian Shuang. Lian Shuang then carried her sister's body to the lake and saw blood from her body dripping onto the floor while Lian Shuang walked. Lian Lu said that when Lian Shuang recovered, she could walk anywhere freely. Lian Shuang could only cry. Finally, she arrived at the lake, and Lian Shuang put her sister's body on the lake's edge. Lian Lu apologized for not being a good sister to Lian Shuang and soon died. Yuan Ding's twin said that Lian Lu had intended to sacrifice her life from the start. Lian Lu realized that Lian Shuang would not agree to that method. The only way to succeed was to make Lian Shuang hate her. Lian Shuang then carried her sister's body to the middle of the lake, but she apparently did not intend to perform the ritual to heal herself, but wanted to commit suicide. Lian Shuang asked why she would be cured when her older sister was dead. Lian Shuang prayed that she wanted to meet her sister in the next life. Yuan Ding's twin said that if there were a way they could meet again, that would be by turning them into demon spirits. The demon spirit ritual was also carried out but failed because the only ones who turned into demon spirits were Lian Shuang, and Lian Lu could not become demon spirit. As a result, Lian Shuang lost all her memories. If she tried to remember them, she would be in pain. Yuan Ding was so angry with his twin that he wanted to beat him up. But all of his attacks were dodged by Yuan Ding's twin. Yuan Ding's twin then said that now was Yuan Ding's turn to have the opportunity to change the dark past. Now Yuan Ding got a physical body while his twin became a ghost. Yuan Ding met Lian Lu and went through the same events as his twin. But there was one different incident. Yuan Ding told Lian Lu's plan to Lian Shuang, who wanted to sacrifice herself to heal Lian Shuang. But what happened after that was even worse. The three of them then had dinner together, but without Yuan Ding's knowledge, Lian Lu's dinner had been poisoned by Lian Shuang. Then she went to the lake carrying Lian Lu's body to perform the ritual of becoming a demon spirit, just like with Yuan Ding's twin. Yuan Ding felt hopeless because he couldn't change Lian Shuang's past. He then asked for one more chance, and his twin agreed. Yuan Ding went through the same events as before. But just before Lian Shuang stabbed Lian Lu, Yuan Ding came to stop her. He then made them realize that what they were doing was wrong. Yuan Ding also said that Lian Lu's plan would only bring sorrow to Lian Shuang in the end. Thanks to that, Yuan Ding was able to change their past. But his twin said that Yuan Ding's time was up, and Lian Shuang's demon spirit world no longer existed. In other words, Yuan Ding failed to change Lian Shuang's past. Then came Lian Shuang from the real world, who was trying to console Yuan Ding. She said that Yuan Ding had indeed failed to change the past, but he still had a future that could be changed. They both returned to the real world. They both came riding a dragon. Yuan Ding then merged with Lian Shuang. Yuan Ding then got a new form, the form of the god of water. Yuan Ding said that the form was different when he merged with Mo Fei because it had a serene appearance but was very powerful. Lu Ri tried to attack Yuan Ding, but Yuan Ding easily dodged his attack. After that, Yuan Ding froze Lu Ri. Yuan Ding then finished off one by one the thugs who were there with great ease. After being freed, Lu Ri released the Demon Slayer aura, and his strength increased rapidly. Yuan Ding then asked Mo Fei to join, and inside Yuan Ding's body were two demon spirits joining together. Mo Fei then merged with Yuan Ding, and Yuan Ding took on a new form again. Yuan Ding casted gravity magic and instantly brought Lu Ri to his knees. Yuan Ding then said that Lu Ri was very weak. Lu Ri immediately got up and attacked Yuan Ding with all his might, but Yuan Ding managed to dodge the attack. Yuan Ding then created Poseidon's spear and huge wave to block Lu Ri's sword slash. Yuan Ding then took out numerous ice spears from the dimensional portal. But Lu Ri did not remain silent. He then casted a 1000 shadow move, advancing to attack Yuan Ding simultaneously. Yuan Ding unleashed a powerful water tornado attack and defeated Lu Ri. After that, Yuan Ding took out a huge magic ball that he was going to use to kill Lu Ri, but suddenly Princess and Qi stopped him. Princess and Qi then hugged Lu Ri and prevented him from fighting. Lu Ri then left the place and apologized for disappointing Princess and Qi. Then a very bright light appeared from the middle of the lake, and a giant lotus bloomed. Lian Shuang was then exposed to the light from the lotus flower. Lian Shuang said that she would become the guardian god of the lake. She lived on the lake with her older sister, and she wanted to protect the lake. Before leaving, Lian Shuang teased Mo Fei, and it embarrassed her. Lian Shuang also bid farewell to Yu Ling. She said that when she died, Yu Ling would still have Yuan Ding. Yu Ling swore to continue serving Yuan Ding, and Lian Shuang finally left. Yuan Ding then put Yu Ling and Mo Fei into his smartphone and left the lake on the dragon. Princess and Qi then took out a parting gift for Yuan Ding that Lian Shuang had given her before. The prize was a green demon spirit seed, and the Anim Demon Seed Spirit Manual is finished. Thank you, viewers who have always faithfully watched the videos on this channel from start to finish. Remember to subscribe, comment, and like this video if you enjoy our content. See you in the next video.